In this class I am going to explain C tokens. In the last class I have explained the C character set. The C character set. It contains alphabets, A to Z, digits, special characters and white spaces, tab spaces, etc. In this class, that is, the topic is C tokens. A token is a part or unit to write a program. So the classifications of C tokens are keywords, identifiers, constants, strings, special symbols and operators. Keywords, identifiers, constants, special symbols and operators. These are all comes under the classifications of C tokens. These are comes under the classifications of C tokens. So in that, variable, constant, identifier, string, special symbol and operators. Keywords. So the first token is keyword, then identifier, constant, strings, special symbols and operators. So here see this one. Variable, constant, identifier, string, special symbol and the last one is operator. So in detail about keywords. This is in detail about keywords and what is an identifier. So what is a keyword? What is the purpose of a keyword and how many keywords are there? And what is an identifier? What is an identifier? And the rules to be followed for identifiers. So an identifier is nothing but a variable, and what are the rules to be followed for creating identifiers, for creating variables, So this will be discussed in this chapter. So here keywords are the special symbols. And identifiers is nothing but a name of a variable. It is nothing but name of a variable or a constant or a function. And what do you mean by constant? A constant is like a memory location. Once the value is assigned, it cannot be changed during the lifetime of a program or throughout the program. And what do you mean by a string? A string is a collection of characters. And special symbols. There are so many special symbols are available. And then next, operators. So there are different types of operators provided in C language. That is arithmetic operator, relational operator, logical operators and increment, decrement, bitwise, like that. So many operators are there in C language. So here tokens. What do you mean by A token. A token is a part. A token is a small unit. A small unit. A token is a small unit used in a C program. A token is a small unit used in C program. So here compiler breaks the program into small parts. The compiler breaks the program into smaller parts. The total program is the total program the compiler breaks a C program into tokens. The total program is a collection of tokens. It means that the program is constructed by using all these things, by using keywords, by using identifiers, by using constants, by using strings, and by using special symbols, and by using operator. By combining all these six and many more, that is decision making and looping statements and user defined functions, printf, scanf, that everything is included in a program. Everything is included in a program. So tokens are the smallest elements of a program which are meaningful to the compiler. Tokens are the smallest unit of a program which are meaningful to the compiler. Which are meaningful to the compiler. Here the definition of a token is a smallest unit. The definition of the token is a smallest unit in the program. Smallest unit in the program. The token is a smallest unit in the program. These are meaningful to the compiler. These are the meaningful to the compiler. So the compiler understands all these units, all these parts in the program, all these units and all these parts in the program. So the program is a collection of small individual units which are meaningful to the compiler, which are meaningful to the compiler. So the program is constructed, the C program is constructed by using all these tokens, all these small parts, all these small parts, all these tokens. So keywords, identifiers, constants, strings, special symbols and operators. Keywords, identifiers, constants, strings, special symbols and operators are used to construct a C program. So these are called as tokens of a C programming language, which is meaningful to the compiler, which is meaningful to the compiler. Classifications of tokens: keywords, identifiers, constants, strings, special symbols, operators. Keywords, identifiers, constants, strings, special symbols, operators that we have completed. And here the variable. What is a variable? A variable is a name of a memory location. A variable is a name of a memory location to store a value. A variable is a name of a memory location to store a value. In the previous sessions, the algorithm that we have written the previous session, the algorithm that we have written, that the addition of two numbers, that the addition of two numbers algorithm we have seen, in that there is an input, that is reading two numbers from the keyboard, which is an input statement. Reading two numbers from the keyboard, which is a input statement. So in order to calculate, first of all, that data should be stored in the computer memory. That is addition of two numbers. For example, a is equals to 10 and b is equals to 20, like that. The addition of two numbers, a is equals to 10 and b is equals to 20, like that. That two numbers we have to store in the computer memory, and we have to create extra memory location. We have to create extra memory location, that is for storing result, that is for storing output result, that is for storing output or result. For storing the data in the computer memory, that is physical memory RAM, anything we need to calculate in the computer, like addition of two numbers, anything we need to compute or calculate through any programming language in the computer. First of all, we need to store that data, that numbers in the computer memory, physical memory RAM, the computer physical memory RAM. That addition of two numbers takes two values, a and b, two numbers a and b, 20 and 10, 30 and 40, whatever it may be. In order to store the numbers in the computer memory, the languages, or in a C language, they have provided a facility or a mechanism or a statement which is called a variable, which is called a variable. In a simple words, in order to process the data, in order to calculate, first of all we need to store that in the computer memory by creating variables, by creating variables. A variable is a name of a memory location to hold, to store a value, to hold or to store a value. A variable is a name of a memory location to store a value, which is created in the physical memory RAM. The memory location is created in the physical memory RAM. The memory location is created in the physical memory RAM. With the help of this variables concept, we can create different types of memory locations, and we can give our own names to that locations. We can give our own names to that locations. This process is called creating a variable. This process is called creating a variable. In order to create a variable, it should be preceded with data type. It should be preceded with data type. The syntax or the procedure to create a variable is the syntax or the procedure to create a variable is data type and variable. Data type and variable. What do you mean by a data type, and what are the different data types that are available in a C language, that I will discuss the coming continuation or coming the next slides, coming slides. Here we have to understand a point, which is for storing data in the computer memory, we need to create a variable. We need to create a variable. A variable is a name given to a space. A variable is a name given to a space in the computer memory to store a value. The variable names are called as identifiers. Here you can see in this third line, third row, it is an identifier. What is an identifier? The term identifier is usually used for variable names. The term identifier is usually used for variable names. The term identifier is usually used for variable names. The name of a variable or the name of a constant or the name of a function is referred as identifier. Is referred as identifier. The meaning itself is saying an identifier to identify it, to identify it, to identify it. And constant. Constants are expressions with a fixed value. Here a constant means it's a fixed. We all know about constants. A constant meaning is the value which is fixed in that memory location. We cannot alter it, we cannot change it. Once the value is assigned to a constant memory location, then the value won't be changed throughout the program, like a value of pi. If you want to make any value, any data that is to be fixed, that you don't want to change, entire program, in the entire program that you don't want to change, in the entire program, that data we need to be create as a constant. That data we need to be create as a constant. That data we need to be create as a constant. So how to create this constant, that we'll see in the next coming slides. About this constant declaration, I have discussed in the structure of a C program, that is hash define, name of a constant and value. For example, hash define a is equals to 10 or x is equals to 50, and by using a const keyword also, we can create a constant. By using a const keyword also we can create a constant. A constant name is also termed as an identifier, like variable names. A constant name is also termed as an identifier, like variable names. A name of a variable, a name of a variable or the name of a constant or the name of a function are called as constants, Then next, string. A string is a collection of characters. A string is a collection of characters a string is a collection of characters. For example, our names like Raju, Ravi, these are all called as strings. In the first program that we have seen, welcome to C language, the text which is enclosed in between the double quotes, then it is called as a string. And special symbols, we have seen the special symbols. There are so many special symbols or special characters. We can say it as a special characters, special symbols and special characters. Here all these, observe these special characters once again. Just observe The special characters once again, that is comma, period, semicolon, and many other symbols that are used to write, develop programs in C language. So develop programs in C language. Hash symbol, we have seen this hash symbol, that is hash include stdio.h. It is a pre-processor directive. The include is a folder which is available in the TC folder. The include is a folder which is available in the TC folder. The stdio.h is a header file. The stdio.h is a header file that we have to proceed with hash symbol. That is the procedure of writing header files at the top of the program, that is hash include stdio.h or string.h or math.h or conv.h. Like that, we use all other symbols in writing programs, in writing statements in the program. We use all symbols for carrying different tasks, for carrying different works, for carrying different works or different tasks, for writing statements in the C program, for writing statements in the C program. And then operators. An operator is a symbol. An operator is a symbol that represents mathematical or non-mathematical action. An operator is a symbol that tells the compiler to perform mathematical or logical function. An operator is a symbol that tells the compiler to perform mathematical or logical function. To perform mathematical or logical function. There are different types of operators are there. There are different types of operators are there. And all the operators are classified into three kinds. All the operators are classified into three kinds: unary operator, binary operator, and ternary operators. Unary operators, binary operators, and ternary operators. Depending upon the operands to perform, depending upon the operands to perform that task, the operators are classified into three kinds. Three kinds. That is unary operators, binary operators, ternary operators. The unary operators takes only one operand, for example, plus plus, a plus plus, b plus plus, I plus plus. This is a unary, minus minus. And the binary means two operands. The binary means two operands. The binary means two operands. It takes two operands, that is a plus b, x plus y, like that. Addition of two numbers. It is like a addition of two numbers. C is equals to a plus b. X is equals to y plus z. C is equals to a plus b. X is equals to like y plus z. And there is a conditional or ternary operator. There is a conditional or ternary operator, that is it takes it to check the conditions like a greater than b. It's a conditional operator. And all operators and its uses we'll see in the coming class, next slides, coming classes, in detail about the operators. In detail about the operators. And in the first one, I'm going to explain out of this. I will explain one by one what is a keyword, what is identifier, what are the rules to be followed for naming identifiers. The keywords are the predefined words that are already defined in the language. The keywords are already defined in the language. Keywords meaning is already known to the compiler. Keywords meaning is already known to the compiler. Keywords cannot be used as variable names. There are more than 32 or 32 keywords in C. Keywords must be written in lowercase letters. A keyword is a reserved word or predefined words that are already defined in the language. And identifiers. An identifier is a name assigned to an element, variable, array, function, structure, etc. used in the C program. And rules to be followed for naming the identifiers. There are some rules while giving the variable names. There are some rules while giving the variable names. So in variable, constant, identifier, string, special symbol, and operators. variable, constant, identifier, string, special symbols and operators. A variable is a meaningful name of data storage location in computer memory. When using a variable, you refers to memory address of computer. Constants are expressions with a fixed value. The term identifier is usually used for variable names. Sequence of characters. Symbols other than the alphabets and digits and white spaces. Special symbols. These are the special symbols. These are the classifications of tokens and special characters. Classifications of C tokens and in detail about these classifications. Variable, constant, identifier, string, special symbol, operators. So how to declare a variable and how to declare a constant, that is a procedure, for declaring a variable, and there is a procedure for declaring a constant. And the name of variable or the name of constant is known as identifier. Is known as identifier. A string is a collection of characters. A string is a collection of characters. A special symbols are so many symbols that are available on the keyboard. Generally, mostly all the symbols all the symbols are used to develop the writing the C programs. And operators, so many kinds of operators. Each and every operator is useful for carrying different work, different tasks, for carrying different work or different tasks. For carrying different operations. Keyword are the predefined words that are already defined in the language. Keywords are called as reserved words. The keywords are called as reserved words. These are already defined in the language. These are already defined in the language. The keywords are the reserved words or predefined words that are already defined in the language.